Welcome to the bean patch.
Alright, welcome to the bean patch. We are at the end of runway 18, and we have done our run-up, our checklist. We've checked our NUOTs, we've checked our SIGMETs, AirMets, and there are no TFRs. 30 degrees this morning. We have done a run-up and our pre-flight checklist. We are at 122.8, everything is ready to go. I have a backup this morning of paper charts, plus I have ForeFlight on my phone and ForeFlight on my iPad. Strobes on, heat on, fuel off, main switch on, engine is up to operating temperature, and I think we're ready to go. This runway is 1,300 feet long, 50 feet wide. It's in the middle of our bean patch, our soybean field. There's 30, there's 40, there's 50, and we'll rotate. There's 60 miles an hour and we climb out. Climbing out about 65 miles an hour. This morning, we're going to throttle back just a little bit. We probably don't need 6,300 RPM to climb with just one of us. We will climb out at 6,000 RPM. We're now at about 400 feet. At 400 feet, we will turn crosswind. Continue to climb. There's about 500 feet now. 60 miles an hour. Bring the RPM back just a little bit. We're pretty light this morning, so there's no reason to run it wide open. All right. We're going to turn downwind. A little bit froggy. The sun is just now coming up. It has not been up very long. Here comes 800 feet. $5,600 RPM is a good cruise RPM, but we're still climbing a little bit. We're going to try to get up to 1,000 feet. And there is about 1,000 feet right there. Got the heater going in the cabin, but not feeling a whole lot yet. The engine's plenty warm. Oh, we're about 500 feet up now. From this vantage point, you can see all of the deer stands in the woods. You can see where people got their crops, where the edge of their crops are. You can see little barns tucked away in the woods and little campsites. It's pretty neat. Right here I can see the bottom of the river. It's not very deep right now, so. Lots of trees in this part of the country. Landings can be a little precarious. You just find the best spot you can and tuck your landing gear under you. Ask Yahweh to bless you. Hope for the best. Pray for the best. We are a praying people here. I know that doesn't entice everyone and it doesn't impress everyone, and we're certainly okay with that. We are not out to impress anybody with our channel. We're just out to share the love of aviation, the love of the Father that we believe in, and to share, how we live. We are not in the mountains, obviously, you can tell, but we're not exactly in the plain states either. So, as I look down at this little lake down here, or large pond, I see a lot of geese. This is where I usually turn final. I'm sorry, this is where I usually turn base. All the geese down there on that lake. No need to make radio calls at a private airstrip. I generally do, but to save in numbers and locations, I think I'll just leave that part out for now. We're going to throttle back. We're about 50 miles an hour, 55 miles an hour here. 500 feet. This approach is looking a little better than the last one. And I was trying to figure out, if I had to come in steep and if I had to come in sharp. There's that eagle going right underneath us. That's cool. He is right on the river. Wow. Little pitch trim here. We're 50 miles an hour. Aircraft lands at about 40. Get up to 100. We're going to pull all the throttle out. Go to idle. We're going to dive her down a little bit. Whoa, 55, oh my goodness. There's the runway in front of us. Do a low pass here. Right in front of the camera. Smile. Bring her back to 5,500 RPM and climb out. Positive rate of climb, 60 miles an hour. All right. My neighbor's cows next door, they look at me and they're like, I'm not sure. I try not to fly really super early. It's probably close to 8 o'clock here. 8:12. So on a Sunday morning, 8:12, you know, trying not to wake the dead. Back her off just a little bit. It's been a lot of fun. I've enjoyed this flight. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. It's kind of an introduction to me and lets you see a little aerial view of the pattern here and a little extended pattern. But no, just getting to know me a little bit. You found out a few things. We're going to kill the throttle. Kachonka. The idle. I had all this logged so that we could open this into the runway up. We're at 55, a beautiful speed. Beautiful coming across the fence here. We're just going to let it float in ground effect. Give it just a little bit of back pressure. Just a little bit of back pressure. Hold it, hold it. And there she is. This is a tricycle gear, but it does have a tail wheel. So I wish I could get tail wheel endorsement sometimes. Because I pull back a little too far and that tail wheel bumps the ground. And it's like a $4 tail wheel from West Lakes, you know. It's just made to... So the Challenger, the center of gravity, the CG, is accurate, is pretty much centered where it needs to be when the person flying is in the front seat, weighs over 150 pounds. Otherwise, the airplane sits back on its tail when you get out of it. You kind of push it around, you know, like a tail dragger. And when you get in, the front wheel comes down on the ground in your traditional tricycle gear. That's why I say it'd be nice sometimes to be able to have my tail dragger endorsement, because this plane does have a tail wheel. Not that you would ever hear it by that, but quite a bit different to like a tail dragger. Initially. I don't even pretend to know how to fly a tail dragger, because I've never done it. Yeah, it looks like it's recording. I'm not sure. I had 3 cameras going. And I'm not sure that 2 of them did anything. The cows have either been fed or they're waiting to be fed. Looks like we got a new calf. About a week old. Have to show you that new calf. Get my camera out. Calf is probably like, Mama, what is that? It's got milk all over its face. Drinking milk this morning. It's like, Mama, what in the world is that? Mama says, don't worry about it. It's the crazy farmer. Alright, we're going to shut down the heat. Turn off our headset. We're going to kill our strobes. Turn off our radio. And we'll see you next time at the Bean Patch.